Welcome. I'm Mona Flynn. Thank you for joining me for a warm-up in our Yoga for Bone Health series. Let's begin. Our warm-up today is going to include a sun salutation using the chair. And we're using the chair to ease into understanding how to transition between the different poses that are linked in a sun salutation and to learn our places in them. Let us begin. If you will turn and face the chair, bring your hands to your heart, lift your gaze. You are welcome to keep your feet together with a light challenge of balance. Consider standing near a wall if you need that support. Feet underneath your sitting bones, so your heels line underneath, gives you an opportunity to have a little bit more stability. And lifting your gaze gives you this different focal point than what is typical throughout the course of your day. We tend to look ahead, and quite often these days we tend to look down a lot. So it enhances the potential for refining proprioception and helping your nervous system with balance. Take a deep breath. Notice the opening of the front body. Notice where your breath goes. Use focus on breath to come present. As the front body is open, it represents our open mind and open heart to the potential of what's ahead of us. As your back body is anchoring and carrying you, it represents the past. Give your practice an intention. Drop your chin towards your chest lightly. Keep extension through the sides and the back of the neck. Keep the broadening across the collarbones, adding length and breadth to the body. With your legs firm and your spine extending, resolve to your intention. Inhale and lift the arms, turn the palms slightly back, invite a continued opening of the back body. Taking care to not exaggerate extension, we're just beginning. Exhale with a micro bend of the knees, come and fold. And as you fold, continue to look slightly ahead, don't strain in the neck. Notice the parameters of the length of the chair, the proximity relative to you, and the willingness of your lower back, hamstrings to allow you a fold. So you can stop here at the back of the chair. You can continue to fold and place your hands in the seat of the chair, keeping that micro bend of the knees. You can continue with a deeper fold, allowing the head to rest. As you inhale though, extend the spine, lift your head. Use the chair to pull down and back so that you lengthen the front spine forward, moving your heart forward. If we didn't have the chair, we could use the shins or the thighs. We could put our hands on blocks or at the floor, but the action would be the same, just pulling back so that the spine extends. With the next exhalation, step the right leg back and make your micro adjustments. Bring that front foot a little bit more forward so that you have a perpendicular shin. Decide how much weight you're going to give your hands. This will strengthen the wrist and shoulder and more. If this fold is too deep, you are welcome to use 1 or 2 blocks, and that might change what's happening through the wrists, making it more suitable for you. Explore different areas of the chair so that you keep giving different areas of the wrist relative to the fold that you're taking on, an opportunity for strengthening As you exhale next, step the front foot to the back foot. So here we've arrived in plank. My shoulders now are over my wrists. If that is too much, you're welcome to keep your place. As you exhale, bend in the elbows lightly. Over time, with practice, this will become more accessible. You'll feel more ease, you'll strengthen structure. But while you're here, if you will sneak into your upward facing dog, and that means I'm moving my chest forward of my arms, and I'm allowing my pelvis to dip, so I'm not being classical or traditional in how I take on this upward facing dog. Thus, I'm not straining. I'm just noticing what's enough and not too much. And in exhaling, draw strong abdominals, draw you back, and looking down and back towards your heels, reach into the inner heels. Keep the micro bend of the knees, lift the sitting bones, broaden the collarbones, let your head hang. Notice the continued lengthening of the front body. Inhale, lift your head and look ahead, step the right leg forward. Notice the right leg is initiating this first part. We're going to repeat and allow the left leg its turn. And again, you can decide how much you're going to give your legs, how much you're going to give your arms as far as the weight of your body over time, aiming to make that an even disbursement of your weight. Stepping the back leg to the front leg, we're going to sit in that chair-like pose, this powerful pose, this mighty pose that strengthens the lower body and uses its strength as well. And then inhale, come on up, turn the palms back. Notice the willingness of the front body to continue to open. Bring your hands to your heart and pause just to reflect on the effect, the residue of the first segment. Sun salutation done twice. As you inhale, we will repeat, aiming to pause in all of those places, building time. Over time, you will find a little bit more opportunity to stay longer. Whether you rest your head or use the chair in any other way in this fold, yeah? Inhale then and extend, stepping the left leg back. Deciding how far away your feet are from each other, the distance, the length of your stance. With the next inhalation, bear into your hands. Exhale, step the front foot to the back foot. Make your adjustments. I'm aiming to keep my shoulders over my wrists. And then bending in the elbows any amount to begin to move the sternum forward, come into any amount of upward facing dog. Breathe. When this is new, we will build time with this increment of 20 to 40 seconds in each place. But typically a sun salutation is done with the breath. So we have lots of options here. In this downward facing dog, these lines of energy remind us the hands have to push, the sitting bones reach away. The inner heels push, the sitting bones reach up and away. The front body lengthens despite the fold. Inhale, lift your head and look ahead. Step the left leg forward. Make your micro adjustments. You'll find over time that perhaps this lunge might become longer. It wouldn't be that your back heel is on the floor at that point. But when you're ready, step the back leg to the front leg. Extend first. Exhale and fold down. Notice that I am taking on the chair in this fold in a myriad of ways just to show options. As you inhale, bend in the knees, swing the arms forward and up. Keep lifting the ribs away from the hips and the sitting bones down and back. So this is not flexion in the lower back. We're not tucking under. We're really in extension. Inhale, lift, turn the palms open, bring the hands back to the heart. Exhale and just notice. Now we've evened it up. The warm up. You are welcome to repeat this again and in repetition of 2. Right leg leads the first one, left leg leads the second repetition. But when we use a sun salutation, there is one small thing that is missing if we want to use it as a warm-up. And that is a little bit of a twist. So if we want to take on a twist that comes with traction that is safe and therefore manageable so that you can control with safety just how much you're taking on, here's one I'm going to ask you to consider. Come and sit. That's a nice challenge. You might need to reach back and feel where's the chair. But since we have the chair, we're going to use it. And I'm going to have you sit at the front edge of the chair, take the legs long, and then take one arm behind you. You'll decide any aspect of the chair that you'll tend to prefer. Take the other arm ahead and come into a little bit of a hinge. Just like downward facing dog, the front spine lengthens in a fold. That is the primary action. It's a nice surprise. Because my backhand is holding the chair, I have traction for the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder, both shoulders, and the spine. So there's more space between each vertebra that gives us that safety net. And notice that my twist is not huge, but it feels huge. I'm attending to both the superficial and the smaller intrinsic muscles of the back and the spine. If you are able to add a little bit more rotation, then I'm going to encourage you to take the arm a little bit higher and find that you have a little bit more traction yet. The legs push, the spine extends, and you can play around with the amount of rotation through the rib cage and where that really comes from. My entire spine is participating in looking at the screen here from the sacral lumbar area all the way through to the thoracic and even the cervical spine. Inhale, come on up. Push into the seat of the chair that strengthens the wrists and allows you to hold on to the effect of that traction, space in the spine. And as you ease into the other side, catch hold nice and low, maybe underneath the seat of the chair, maybe the leg of the chair, and take the other arm ahead and just ease in. So if you'll notice here, I have such a subtle twist going on. I have the tug of what is orienting my entire upper body toward a twist. And then I can begin to play around and explore what's enough. You'll be more in charge of you with this option for twist. And it lends itself very nicely to a warm-up. It is not just that we incorporated a small twisting action, but that we had a little bit of all the different actions the spine can manage as part of our warm-up. Place your feet underneath your knees. Push a little bit. Lengthen the spine with the heart. Breathe. Bring your hands to your heart. Remind yourself of your intention. And again, resolve to it, noticing how your energy body responds as well. Thank you for your presence. Namaste.